Hello! Welcome to a brand new episode of Dragonlands and FEH. As you can see here, we have a whole new legendary and mythic banner, and who's that in the middle? It's an ascended hero. Now that we know that those are going to be a regular thing, I decided instead of adding those to the regular banner, since we only have one, I decided to put them into these videos to kind of fluff these out more and to not give people slots that they really don't need yet on those banners. But yeah. So from the left to right, we have Nyorin, Eldergan, and Zephyr. You know two of these characters already. So yeah. Without really wasting any of more of your guys' time, let's move on to our first character. Alright, first up, we have our mythic hero, Lady of Dreams Nyorin. She comes from Ragnarok's Return. Her weapon, Mystic Noetan, 14 might 2 range. Grants defense +3, effective against armored foes. During combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 75%, or if unit has bonus, inflicts attack and defense -6 on foe, and unit makes a guaranteed follow-up attack. During combat, if both of those apply, reduces damage from foe's first attack by 30% and boosts unit's next attack by total damage reduced. So yeah. And after combat, inflicts guard and gravity on target and foes within 2 spaces of target through their next actions. Pretty straightforward player phase tank. I think actually it doesn't even need, it's dual phase actually. Yeah, and then we also have her Legend of Mythic skill, her A skill, Dream Strike. If unit initiates combat, grants attack +6, def res +7, and foe cannot make a follow-up attack. And also, after combat, if unit attacks, deals 9 damage to target and foes within 2 spaces of target, and restores 9 HP to allies within 2 spaces of unit. So she's got a lot of after combat effects. And while she can dual phase with her weapon alone, her A skill does make it so she's more of a player phase unit. That's pretty much, she's kind of dagger A-tree when it comes to her stat line as well as her weapon effects. With Dream Strike, Attack and Defense Far Trace, and Def Res Menace. Harsh Command. Just a little fun fact about her, she is the Goddess of Dreams. She aids the player character along their quest and helps them out. Yeah, without further ado, let's get on to her art and voice lines, shall we?
If you ever need a quiet place to rest, you can always borrow my dream realm. Perhaps I'll take a small rest before our next mission. I watch over the dreams of all mortals, including yours. These blades I wield can ward off not just enemies, but bad dreams as well. Oh my! That last battle has left me quite tired. Would you care to join me for a short rest? As you command. We cannot rest now. Here comes a nightmare. An eternal rest. This'll knock you out. It's nap time. The dream is over.
Up next, we have our legendary unit, Lamentful Song Zephyr. This version of Zephyr actually comes from the game called Lament The Lost. She is our first character from that game. This is our 4th game that has been represented in the series so far. Alright, moving on with her weapon, Scotty. 14 might 2 range, grants speed +3, fighting against flyers. At start of combat, if unit initiates combat and unit's HP is greater than 50%, grants speed +5, and unit can make a follow-up attack before foe can counter attack. So kind of like it's pretty much Forseti's effect, but with additional speed. And then also, at start of combat, if foe initiates combat, and unit's HP is greater than or less than 75%, grants attack +5, and unit can counter attack before foe's first attack. And then that one's kinda, she also gets advantage with higher attack. She pretty much says, she really says screw combat. I go first, I go second, perish. And that alone is fine. But then also, during combat, if foe's HP is greater than or equal to 75%, inflict attack and speed and defense -5 on foe, and inflicts penalty on foe's attack and speed and defense equal to current bonuses on each of foe's stats ×2. So kind of an anti-unity, or I guess a reverse of a unity. If the foe has a bonus, they get double the penalty. So it's like lull, but better for attack, speed, and defense. And then her legendary skill has her support skill, Song of Hope, grants another action to target ally, restores 10 HP to target ally, and grants null panic to target ally for 1 turn. Nothing crazy, honestly. It's definitely something we haven't seen before with the healing in the dance, but it's nothing really crazy. Yeah. She also comes to Speed and Defense Fast Trace, a skill that we surprisingly, at the time of recording this, we surprisingly have not seen yet. So the attack and speed menace to help out with just making sure that she has higher attack and speed, they have lower speed. Yeah. Without further ado, let's get on to her voice and art.
Joanne and I are having tea later. Would you like to join us? Sorry, I promise I'll keep looking. I won't stop until we are reunited. It's been way too long since I last performed a concert. Maybe this could be my chance to do one. Even here, I can still hear our songs sometimes. If only I could just see her again. The flowers here are lovely. I especially like the tulips. I'm on it. Could she be this way? Let's do this.
Whatever I must do. Feel the wrath of Scotty. You're just in the way. This is all for her.
No, I have to find her.
Up next, last but not least, we have our very first ascended hero, Beastly Traveler Eldergan, and this version of Eldergan comes from Draconic Demise in his younger days. Well, more so, this Eldergan is kind of from between Draconic Demise and Gervalia Diverge, but he's closer to Draconic Demise, so that's what we're going to count him as. Right, and his weapon, Staunch Blade, enables Canto 2, grants speed +3. At start of turn, if unit is in 4 spaces of a foe, inflicts gravity and attack and speed defense -5 on nearest foes within 4 spaces of unit during the next actions. Big breath. And grants attack and speed and defense +5 and movement +1 to unit for 1 turn. So he pretty much gets the attack and speed and defense menace, as well as I guess we can call it movement menace, kind of, in his first part of skill. Yeah, and then during combat, if unit's HP is greater than 25% or equal to, inflicts speed and defense -5 on foe and neutralizes foe's skills that inflict special cooldown charge -X on unit. Pretty much, he's making you weaker, and he's also setting it up so that he's going to be able to use his special most likely in combat. Yeah, and also, if unit's defense is greater than foe's defense, reduces damage in area of he has the damage reduction based off of his defense, pretty much. Yeah. Of course, as you can tell with his build, he's got speed defense ideal to get him to do more, be able to double, as well as get that defense higher for his weapon effect. He's got no follow-up to ensure that he's going to be able to attack twice. In Time's Pulse, to go with his special cooldown charge -X negation, he's going to be able to attack, tank a hit, hopefully with the damage reduction, and then be able to launch back with a Zafal's Wrath. You remember this from Fallen Kane. Boosts damage by 50% of unit's defense and treats foes' defense and res reduced by 30% during combat. Yeah. There's not too much more to talk about this guy. Let's move on to his voice and let's move on to his voice and art, shall we? You know if Charlotte's anywhere around here? It's been a while since we last caught up. Once we've explored Wormstall, Chase and I have plans to sail to this island called Gervalia. Should be fun. This is quite an interesting world. Maybe once the fighting here is over, Chase and I could explore here before returning home. If any enemy dares to get near Chase, I'll tear them to shreds. I guess I could do the same for you too. I found this blade deep in some cave system near Cyrillus. Its grip feels similar to the gift contest, so, I'll take him out. Them? Really? If you say so. Wrong move. I'll destroy you. You're not even trying. You're out of your league. I can't stop. Not here. Alrighty. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you liked the new way we're doing this with the legendary, mythic, and ascended hero. Hope you liked our very first ascended hero as well as our new legendary and mythic. Yeah. Our next banner is going to be something big. Something people tend to wait a whole year for in FEH. Well, they technically wait for all of them. We'll see. Trust me, you're gonna love it. Yeah, without further ado, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do your little dance, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye!